Hi friends, I'm Eleanor. Welcome back to Nostalgic Home Decor. Today we're talking about one of my favourite cottage decorating ideas, the collection wall. Not a crowded wall, not a wall that feels busy or confusing, but a beautiful, meaningful place where vintage art, old mirrors, family photographs, little framed keepsakes, and beloved flea market finds can live together in a way that feels graceful and personal. By the end of today's video, you'll have simple ideas for arranging your own cottage collection wall, choosing the right pieces, keeping it from looking cluttered, and making your home feel more layered, loved, and full of memory. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have an old framed picture, a family photograph, a small mirror, or a vintage print tucked away somewhere that you would love to display again? The easiest way to begin a cottage collection wall is not by filling the whole wall at once. It starts with one special piece. That might be an old oil-style landscape in a dark wood frame, a small gilt mirror from your mother's hallway, a framed botanical print, or even a black and white family photograph that has been sitting in a drawer for years. This first piece becomes your anchor. It gives the wall a starting point and helps everything else feel intentional. In interior design, an anchor piece simply gives your eye somewhere to land. In a cottage-style home, it also gives the wall a little heart. For example, above a small entry table, you might hang a vintage countryside painting first. Then, around it, you could add a narrow oval mirror, a little framed recipe card from your grandmother, and one small floral print. Suddenly, it is not just home decor. It is a story. The practical tip here is to choose an anchor piece that has either size, color, or meaning. It does not have to be expensive. It only needs to feel worth building around. Many affordable home upgrades begin with what you already own, and this is one of the sweetest examples. If your room has soft cottage colors like cream, sage green, faded rose, or dusty blue, let your anchor piece repeat one of those tones. That small connection helps the wall feel calm instead of random. A collection wall becomes interesting when everything is not exactly the same. Vintage home decor has such charm because it often carries different shapes, finishes, and little signs of family life. Try mixing a few categories: 1 or 2 framed prints, a mirror, a small family photo, and maybe a charming object that can safely hang on the wall, like a decorative plate or a tiny shelf with one treasured piece. A mirror is especially helpful because it breaks up all the flat artwork. In a small room, a vintage mirror can bounce light and make the space feel more open, which is a wonderful trick for small kitchen ideas, hallways, and little cottage dining corners. For a farmhouse kitchen, you might use a collection wall beside a breakfast nook. Imagine a weathered but polished wood-framed mirror, a small painting of apples or a country lane, An old family photo in a simple frame, and a cream-coloured plate with a blue floral edge. That little wall can make a kitchen makeover feel personal without needing a full home renovation. The key is variety with restraint. If every piece is ornate, the wall may feel heavy. If every piece is tiny, it may feel scattered. A nice balance is one larger piece, 2 medium pieces, and 2 or 3 small accents. Think of it like setting a table. You want enough beauty to enjoy, but still enough breathing room to appreciate each piece. Now let's talk about the part that matters most, how to keep a collection wall from looking cluttered. The secret is spacing. Cottage style can be full and layered, but it should still feel cared for. Try leaving 2 to 4 inches between most frames. The spacing does not have to be perfect, but it should feel consistent enough that the wall looks planned. Another helpful idea is to repeat 1 or 2 details. Maybe several frames have warm wood tones. Maybe the artwork includes soft blue and green. Maybe the mirror and one picture frame both have a touch of antique gold. These little repeats create home organization for the eye. Before you put nails in the wall, lay everything out on the floor. Start with your anchor piece in the center or slightly off center. Then place the next largest items around it. Move the smaller pieces in last, almost like filling in a gentle puzzle. If you want a very easy method, trace each frame on paper, cut out the shapes, and tape them on the wall first. This is one of those old-fashioned practical decorating ideas that still works beautifully today. And remember, not every treasured piece has to be included. Sometimes the most elegant wall is made by choosing the best 6 pieces instead of squeezing in 12. You can always rotate pieces by season, especially if you enjoy seasonal decorating. Before we move on, tell me in the comments, do you prefer a neat, symmetrical wall? Or do you love that more gathered over time cottage look? One mistake people sometimes make is thinking every frame has to match. In a nostalgic cottage home, matching is not always the goal. Related is better. You might combine dark walnut frames, soft gold frames, painted cream frames, and one simple black frame if the artwork feels connected. The result looks more like a real home collected over many years. For farmhouse decor, wood frames are especially useful. A honey oak frame can soften a hallway. A dark wood frame can give weight to a pale room. A painted white or cream frame can lighten a wall that already has a lot of colour. If you find a pretty piece at a thrift shop or flea market, but the frame looks wrong, do not pass it by too quickly. Sometimes a simple frame change turns an overlooked print into one of your best home decor ideas. A good rule is to avoid too many shiny new frames. Even if you buy them new, look for finishes that feel gentle and traditional: brushed gold, antique brass, warm wood, painted ivory, or aged silver. And if you have a family photo that feels too modern beside older pieces, try printing it in black and white or sepia. That one change can help it sit beautifully with vintage art and heirloom decor. This is also a lovely way to bring family history into a room without making it feel like a formal photo gallery. A small picture of grandparents, a wedding photograph, or a childhood home can become part of the room's quiet beauty. A cottage collection wall works best when it belongs to the room around it. In an entryway, it can welcome people with family photographs, a small mirror, and a peaceful landscape. In a dining room, it might include vintage plates, fruit prints, and a mirror above a sideboard. In a farmhouse kitchen, it could feature old recipe cards, small food-themed artwork, and one cheerful mirror near a breakfast table. In a bedroom, a collection wall can be softer. Try faded floral prints, a small oval mirror, and a framed handkerchief or piece of vintage embroidery. It feels gentle without overwhelming the room. The practical home improvement tip is to connect the wall to nearby furniture. If you have a console table below, place a lamp, a small stack of books, and one pretty dish or vase on the table. This makes the wall feel grounded. If the wall is above a bench, add one cushion or folded quilt that repeats a colour from the artwork. If it is near a cabinet, let the cabinet display stay simple so the wall can shine. This is where home organisation matters. A collection wall should not compete with every shelf, tabletop and cabinet in the room. If the wall is richly decorated, keep the nearby surfaces a little quieter. That balance is what makes a home feel loved but not crowded. A beautiful cottage collection wall is not about perfection. It is about choosing pieces that make your home feel more like you. Maybe it is a vintage mirror from a flea market, a framed print that reminds you of your childhood, a little family photograph, or a piece of art that simply makes the room feel happier. When you arrange those things with care, your wall becomes more than decoration. It becomes a gentle reminder of where you have been, what you love, and the kind of home you want to keep. So look through your closets, your cupboards, your old boxes, and maybe even the corner of the attic. You may already have the beginning of a beautiful cottage collection wall waiting for you. If today's video gave you a few decorating ideas for your own home, I'd be so happy if you would like this video, subscribe to Nostalgic Home Decor, and leave a comment telling me what piece you would put on your own collection wall. Thank you for spending this time with me, friends. I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you in the next video.